1 in 9 Australian men will develop prostate cancer.
Over 100,000 new cancer cases are diagnosed yearly.
Little kids left.
No, same.
According to the latest national data, over 38,000 Australians died from cancer in 2004.
Over 200 Queenslanders are killed by melanoma annually. This is the highest incidence in Australia.
My mate Adam Smiddy died of a very aggressive melanoma cancer. He was just 26 years of age.
Hello Mark, I'm Maria Smiddy.
This ride for me is just about getting out there and remembering a mate, but also making sure that, I suppose, future situations we can hopefully one day have it not happen again.
This is so that the riders have got some motivation as they're going along. They can look down, they can see Adam there, and they can get some more inspiration.
Adam and I spoke about doing a credit card ride. A credit card ride is where you just chuck a credit card in your back pocket. You just take off in the one direction on your push bike, and wherever you get to, you catch the bus home the next day or you fly home.
In 2006, Mark Smiddy and two of his friends rode from Brisbane to Home Hill, Adam's hometown, and that was in memory of their mate. They raised over $24,000.
It was just crazy. You know, we thought we'd raise $5,000. And it was just meant to be a one-off.
In 2007, the ride grew to 21 riders and they raised over $193,000.
Cancer touches every one of our lives, and it's really important that we do something for it.
Last year, it expanded to 50 riders and we raised $419,000.
She gives me $500 donation every year. How good is that?
The Smiling for Smiddy Challenge is a journey of friends. 1,600 kilometres in 8 days with no rest days.
How long did you say that stretches over the top, Shane?
50 of us are hitting the highway this year with the aim to raise $500,000 to fight cancer. Along the way, we'll have raised $1 million in just 3 years.
We start each session off with the ringing of the cowbell.
First ride was in 2006, and Mark phoned me up about 3 weeks before he had decided to organise this ride, and just had a good friend of his that died of cancer, and he was going to ride to Townsville and needed someone to go with him. And originally I said, well, I'm not fit enough, I can't do it. And he said he should get fit on the ride, but he was wrong.
Today we're very lucky to have the Smiddies with us, and they're going to do the honour of getting the 2009 Smiling for Smiddy Challenge underway.
Mark came and saw us shortly while we were still in Brisbane after Adam's funeral.
I get there, there's packing boxes everywhere. They're packing their son's belongings.
Mark is quite deep and meaningful sometimes when he comes up with this, you know, he's very quiet man, and I've got this idea.
Asked us what we thought about the idea of doing this in Adam's memory. My words to him were, well, I think you're crazy, but got our blessing.
To hear that cowbell on day one, for me personally, it's just an incredible release. It takes a year to organise this event, and it's the start of another great adventure.
Nice weather if you're a duck!
Slowing! The further we got out of Brisbane, the clearer the skies became, and somewhere between Dayborough and Mount Mee, the sun finally came out.
212k today. Something like 3,000 metres of climbing, which is absolutely huge. But yeah, day one's always a difficult day.
500 metre elevation.
Yes, you're just going,
60k down.
We've done a sensational job today.
Smiddy, Smiddy, Smiddy!
It's a real team, and we all help each other.
The Smiddy spirit's a rider dropping off the back of the pack, someone else up the front of the pack dropping off and riding with them until they catch up.
This year, on the morning of day one of our riders, John Butts, received some tragic news which made his ride a very personal journey.
I had a real hard time on those hills, and I thank the guys that helped push me up those hills. Start of the climb, I put my phone in my pocket and I heard it go off. And I had the message from my brother, so I rang him back and he gave me the news that my mother had passed away. Mum was diagnosed 2 weeks ago with endopathy-associated T-cell lymphoma, which is a very rare cancer. My father was diagnosed a year ago with lung cancer and he passed away in January. I said to Mum I wasn't going to do the ride, and she looked at me and she said, "No, you are. You're doing it for your father in his memory, and it's a good cause." As the day went on, certainly it was a lot harder. Partly because my knee's playing up, and partly because it's really hard to breathe when your heart's in your throat.